a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on 2nd down, Dahl. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Dahl. Buying time to his left. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dahl eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gregory Rousseau drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now a second down and 6. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. New York. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Pete Werner. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. We're scoreless after 1. With no score. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to look downfield for Barkley. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker McCann now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Saints nothing. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to hit.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dahl. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Dahl. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And taken at the 46. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
50 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McCann's kick up and good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
McCann's got it teed up. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Mike 3. Combo. Let him know. Let him know. Mustang 19. Mike 3.
Back to throw. Dahl. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Man, I got you. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Oh, that's punk. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
They'll look to throw again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Check 13. 19 Mike. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Push him back. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, watch the slant. Whoa, check.
Looking to throw. Dahl. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Score Giants 10, Saints 7. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Off the play fake. Dahl. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Dahl. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Off the bootleg, Jones. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. After that sack, third and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, he sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. McCann's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down, Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Sharp. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Back to throw. Jones. And it's caught. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Barkley again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. McCann's got it teed up. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Here we go. 24 is the mic. Hey, watch the slant. 24 is the mic. Come on. You better bring it. Cut my team. Cut my team. Here we go, yeah.
On 1st and 10, Dahl. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Yeah, that's right.
Throwing again. Dahl. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Mike 29. I got him. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Dahl. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Giants' 44-yard line.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Rip left. Rip left. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. 19. Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
24 is the Mike. Tackles. 19 tight. 24 is the Mike.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
19 right. 24 is the Mike. Let's go, D. 24 is the Mike. I'm not ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Dahl. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
You ain't doing nothing to that. 60 back. 24 is the Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 24 is the Mike. Hey, watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
Looking to throw. Dahl. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That was all great until the final act. Able to scramble, get the first, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
And as a former defender, I can tell you that when a quarterback scrambles and picks up a first down on 3rd down, that's usually demoralizing for a defense. But when he coughs it up in doing so, elation results after that.
A new lease on life, so to speak.
No doubt about it.
89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kick.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. He's got a man. Complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Giants.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kenny Young able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight from the right hash. This from 33. McCann's kick up and good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
It's our time. This is our time, guys. This is our time.
Back to throw. Dahl. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have 1 timeout. You look at the clock. Now let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Saints are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. He'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
24 yards. That's another Saints first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Giants, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8.